This is how we do when my homies go.
You're listening to Gecko Radio, Jeju Morning Alternative. Good morning, Jeju. Hello. Welcome back to Gecko Radio in the morning, 7 a.m. And just like that, it is July 1st. Oh my goodness. Do you know how that happened? I don't know how it happened. Just like that, summer's going to be over and we're going to go back to school. Really, it's really going to feel like that. This summer's going by quick. June has packed its bags, disappeared overnight. And I think it's because June only has 30 days. You know what I mean? So I think that kind of throws me off. I expect like a little extra day there. But nope, there's, what's that? How's that rhyme? Blah, 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 past September, November. I forget how that rhymes goes. You'll have to put it in the chat. 50 days past September or something like that. I don't know. I totally botched that up. But anyways, I think it's because June only goes up to the 30th. I think that's why it just blows right by. But yes, it's disappeared. It's gone. And it's left us with, as you can see outside, tons of rain. So much rain outside. This is when the laundry never dries, and it's got that classic muggy Jeju summer feeling with the mosquitoes and the heat and the humidity. But let's stay cool, everybody. Let's stay cool because the rest of the world is literally very hot right now. Welcome to July and welcome back to Gecko Radio, Jeju Morning Alternative. Good morning, Halsey. Good morning. Hello. Yes, hello, fellow geckos. Happy Wednesday. So here's what's going on today. We got the weather, and then the question of the day, hint, polyps. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And then we got the news briefing, and then what's going down in the GEC. And then, of course, we have our Wednesday segment, Jeju Gems. That's where we showcase a really cool spot, a location, something like that is really, really cool around the island. Also, I want to point which direction to. Here we go. Here. This is it's strange because it's opposite for me. Boop. Oh, first, here's a rocket. Oh, that's funny because we're going to talk about a rocket launch in our story today, but that should not be up there. I got to replace that with the Gecko Radio poster, so that will happen. But no, what I'm talking about is here. Okay, the Andromeda Orchestra. Live at Happy Soul Lounge, July 4th, Saturday show. We still have one free ticket to go, okay? One free ticket. The question, I'm just going to say it. The question is the same as yesterday. If you want to get this last free ticket, the question was, who was the very first companion animal that we ever featured on Gecko Radio for Forever Friends? Okay, just look at the thumbnail, scroll down on our page, you'll find the answer. The first companion animal looking for their forever home, and it's on the thumbnail. It's blah blah needs a home. Okay, look for that. It'll be. I'm telling you how to do it. I'm telling you how to get this free ticket, 20,000 won or 25,000 won. Value. So yeah, get that last ticket, man. Get it, okay? All right, with that said, let's go ahead and move on to our first song of the day. This is nice and cheery and summery and bright. Not as much brighter than today, but this is Bosudongcooler and Hathaway World Tour.
누가 우릴 덮쳐도 우산 강도가 우릴 막아도 멈출 수 없어 우린 사막을 건너 바다를 건너 우릴 기다렸던 사람들 모두 들어 이 노래 위에 밤새워 준비한 예찬양 Night speaking time 너가 원하던 모든 걸 보여줄 걸 원하는 걸 내게 말해줘 소리 질러줘 Tell me what you want 우리는 어디에 있어도 다정한 친구가 되는 거야 우리는 어디에 있어도 다정한 친구가 되는 거야 우리는 어디에 있어도 다정한 친구가 되는 거야
For that Jeju morning alternative, tune in to Gecko Radio, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. All week, baby. That's right, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., all through the summer, all through the rain, all through the wind and the shine and maybe the snow in the winter. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Good morning, GC, and welcome back to Jeju. To Jeju. That's not our song name, our show name. It is Gecko Radio, Jeju Morning Alternative. I'm your host, Marcos and Che, coming to you live from the Global Education City on Jeju Island. And I haven't put up the poster yet. I gotta do that right now. I'm doing that live right now. You can see breaking the fourth wall here. Boop. There we go. All right, got it. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Now, Thomas Lodger, okay, I'm going to bring this up again. Andromeda Orchestra, okay. We have one last free ticket, okay, Happy Soul Lounge. You have to physically be able to be here. So, unfortunately, if you're not on Jeju, if you can't attend, please don't answer. But also, I forgot to mention this, Thomas Lodger 7675, they did give an answer in the chat. Unfortunately, it's the wrong answer. So you're going to have to scroll down even further, okay? Scroll down even further to find that animal. Now, if you're listening, okay, don't give the answer in the chat here. I want you to DM Gecko Radio Jeju on Instagram right here, okay? Okay, Gecko Radio Jeju, first come, first serve. Whoever answers first. Now, you got to promise you have to physically show up to pick up the ticket, okay? But DM at Gecko Radio Jeju right here, okay? So don't answer in the chat. You can answer in the chat, but I prefer it if you answer so we can like do a little talk and chat and figure out when we can meet up. But let me blow this up here. Okay, again, it's limited to one last ticket per person. We only got one free ticket left. You must be able to physically attend, and please show up early. The show is at 8 o'clock, so I would say at least at 7:30 to meet us up and get a little photo op so we can pass the ticket off to you. So please, DM right here at Gecko Radio Jeju. The answer, once again, the question is, if you want that free ticket, who is the very first companion animal that we featured on Gecko Radio Forever Friends? The answer is in the thumbnail of the picture, but you got to scroll down. You got to scroll down further. So, unfortunately, it is not Latte. I believe Latte was our second companion animal. So, it's our look for our first, okay? Please DM. Also, speaking of Instagram, follow our amazing writer at Jeju Jade, who wrote this amazing script. She is doing a lot of cool stuff. She's an MC. She's an author. She's a Henya. Okay. And I don't know if she's going to dive today, but yeah, she dove yesterday, which is really cool. They're diving for sea urchin, which is super neat. And then if you feel like it, you can follow me, but I'm just repeating stuff from Gecko Radio's Instagram. It's because they have more followers on my main regular Instagram. And I kind of hope that flips. You know, I want that to flip. I want more followers for Gecko Radio than my actual personal account. Please do that. Everybody, make the exodus and go over to Gecko Radio Jeju. Yes. All right. Let's move right along here to question of the day. Where is it? Where'd the break go? Where'd the break for question of the day? Oh, it's my favorite one. Boop a doop boop. Here's the pick. And I lost it. Why? Why is it all the way down here? So I'm a producer and I'm like in charge of all the files and everything gets moved around and stuff like that. Anyways, here we go. Question of the day. It's the Gecko question of the day. It's the Gecko question of the day. Question of the day. It's the Gecko question of the day. Yeah. All right. Question of the day. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Question of the day. All right. And I guess it has to do with polyps. That was the key word. So let's take a look together. Now, you don't win anything for this. You don't get a free ticket for this, but you do get cool points, which is ultimate like super value in the universe. Okay, Gecko Radio question of the day. Which underwater ecosystem is often called the rainforest of the sea because it supports so many different kinds of marine life? Okay, so this is kind of like a general question, not a Jeju specific question per se, but we will be talking about a lot about this topic throughout the episode today. Okay, so bear with us here. Again, which underwater ecosystem is often called the rainforest of the sea because it supports so many different kinds of marine life? Kelp forest, coral reef, sand dune, or mud flat. Okay, once again, which underwater ecosystem is often called the rainforest of the sea because it supports so many different kinds of marine life? Is it A, kelp forest, B, coral reef, C, sand dune, or D, mud flat? Okay, so I'm going to put this question into the chat. All right. Yes, exactly. Whose line is it anyway? Points. That's exactly where you get tons of points and the points don't matter. Well, they do matter. They do matter. Okay. And also the value and how many I give away like wildly changes from day to day. You'll find that out. Great show. Whose line is it anyway? Okay. So I'm going to put that question into the chat and then we're going to listen to our next song. This is great. This is one of our favorite new bands here. This is Saname Punk, our residential punk band, and this is Solar Wind. Enjoy.
I don't feel like now
meep meep more. You are listening to Gecko Radio in the morning. That's right, Gecko Radio in the morning, Monday through Friday. We are live from the GEC, also known as the Global Education City. How you guys doing today? All right, okay. All right, everybody, I had some news. First, I want to talk to Halsey. I'm really sorry that you're feeling sick. You won't be attending your guitar lessons today. Hopefully, you get some inspiration from the music that we play. But yes, take it easy. You know, I saw a post yesterday that I liked. It was just reminding you to slow down. You know, you're just rushing and you're just walking around eating and just like grabbing your coffee with like a pace. Just slow down. You know, let your body take a rest. And I'm really sorry, Halsey. I hope you have a quick and fast recovery. But also, you know, take it easy. Take it easy, everybody, especially with this rain out. Seems like a good day to stay in and watch an 80s flick. You know what I mean? Watch a bad movie and stay in. That'd be great. Okay, I got some news, everybody. I got some news. Okay, it looks like that our final ticket has been given away. All right. Yes, I think it is confirmed. We have Thomas Lodger, also known as Austin, a good friend of ours. He gave the correct answer of Yulmu. Ding, 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 ding. Well done, dude. Well done. Yes, that was our very first companion animal, and they are still looking for a home. Maybe we can put up their picture later, but yes, the lovely Yulmu still looking for her home. But yes, the final free ticket is given away. Yes, so Austin, we'll see you at Happy Soul Lounge. It's near City Hall in Jeju-si. And we'll see you around 7:30 or 7:45-ish p.m. We would just want to give you your ticket before we get into the show. So say goodbye. Bye to the final ticket. There it goes. Whee! And there goes this ticket. This is the actual ticket. This is what's going to look like. There you go. This is yours, buddy. Whew. Very cool. So there we go. Wow, that really made us feel like a real radio station giving out show tickets like that. So cool. We're legitimate now. Yay. So it worked. Yes. Wow, that's awesome. I hope more stuff like that happens in the future. We want to help you guys out. And I don't know. Yeah, hopefully this is a trend. Hopefully other organizers, if you're listening out there, give us free tickets and we'll give it to our listeners. That's awesome. All three free tickets gone out into the wild, and we're going to give them out, and it's great. It's great for everybody. Okay. Now, we got to talk about the weather of the day. So let's get into it.
What's the weather like in Jeju? We're gonna tell you what to do if it's sunny or rainy or calling typhoons. What's the weather like in Jeju?
Okay, so today is Wednesday, July 1st, but this is a very special Jangma, or a rainy season info edition. We got an accompanying picture here. Boop, right there. Okay, here's a little Dol Harubang getting covered in water, provided by Yonhap News. Thank you very much. Okay, so now for today's Jeju weather, and this is proper Jangma rainy season weather today, so please take it seriously. The Jeju Regional Meteorological Administration says Jeju officially entered this year's rainy season on June 30th. Now, in an earlier episode, we said that the KMA, the Korea Meteorological Administration, said that Jangma would start on the June 21st, I believe it was, but they pushed it back to June 30th, okay? So this is the interesting part. First, they pushed it back 9 days. They just pushed it back. Okay, they pushed back the whole rainy season. And now that it's June 30th, which is yesterday technically, and you know, it happened overnight, and my goodness, did we get it. Because it was June 30th, this makes it the third latest Jangma start since records began. On record. It's the third latest Jangma on record since records began since 1973. And it's not easing in gently, is it? No way. Last night, it was pounding us. It was heavy rain, constant. And heavy rain is expected through the early hours of July 2nd. Okay, that's into tomorrow, with the strongest rain likely coming from early morning to late morning today, along with the gusty winds, thunder, and lightning. So thunder and lightning is scary, but according to this, the strongest rain is going to be from today, this morning. All right. Now, around Daejeong in the DEC area, expect a very humid, unstable day. We may not get the mountain level totals, but the west and the southwest side can still see periods of heavy rain, sudden showers, strong winds. So for the school runs, commutes, and anyone heading toward Mosopol, Hwasun, and Sangbansan, give yourself extra time and watch for poor visibility and weather collecting on the roads. Yes. Now, if we're going up north to Jeju City and the northern side of the island, we may see slightly less rain compared to the south because this system is being driven by strong southwesterly winds and the rain shadow effect around Halasan. But less rain does not mean dry. The northern forecast is still calling for rainy, wet roads and cloudy, humid conditions throughout the day. So that goes to show you, we talk about this all the time, how Halasan being there in the center of the island really alters the weather depending where you are, right? Now, if we're going down south to Sogepo on the southern side, you need more caution today, okay? Because the wind is coming from the southwest. Okay, coming from the southwest. All right, so it's coming down, what is that, counterclockwise of the island. The areas south of Halasan are expected to get heavier rain than the north. So it seems like where we are in Daejeong, we're in the southwestern corner, and also proper Sogupo is going to get blasted by that southwesterly wind. That's going to carry all the wind and all the rain. Now, if we're going east, okay, over in Seungsan on the eastern side, expect a cloudy, humid day with rain moving through, especially as the stationary front affects the whole island. The east may not be the main impact zone compared to the south and mountains, but conditions can still change quickly, especially along coastal roads, ports, and open windy areas. So overall, the message today, keep the umbrella close, but also you got to be careful because the wind is so strong. It'll do that cartoony like flip thing where the umbrella will really flip upside down. It's happened to me. Okay. Ooh, also here's a little tip. If you are driving or renting a car, do not just simply open your door, okay? Don't just like push it out with your foot because the wind will actually grab the door and snap it. It could either like kind of pop your own door or it'll actually bump into the expensive car next to you. And that's happened to us before. So it's super not fun to make that call to the person saying that, hey, we bumped your car because we just simply opened our door. So that's a little tip. We're going to keep saying that because that's actually like a proper like Jeju life tip there. Okay, avoid streams. Avoid little creeks and streams. You don't know if it's gonna flood or get overwhelming. Valleys, coastal rocks, especially night driving. You got to be super careful because the road paint is the cheapo kind, so it doesn't have the proper reflective paint, so you can't see it in the rain. You literally can't. You can't see it. So be careful out there, you guys. All right. So once again, this is the beginning of the Jangma in Jeju. That's the rainy season. And that is in Jeju. It technically started yesterday in June 30th, and then it's going to go on until July, okay? It's arriving with a bang, for sure. Okay, we're going to be back with our question of the day, so don't go anywhere. And I had to take off the free ticket because it's gone. It's out. It's gone, brother. All right. This next artist, I'm super excited to introduce. This artist goes by Ashmute or Ashmute, okay? And I just found them online through social media, through Korean Indie, which is an amazing Instagram that showcases these really cool indie rock bands. And I heard the voice, and I was like, my goodness, it's got a very familiar sound, a sound that I haven't heard since like, I don't know. I want to say like 90s and 2000s. Amazing vocalist, and I believe it's a duo, but this is Ashmute, and really happy to have them on Gecko Radio. And we're going to play It was really hard to pick a song because all of their songs are amazing, so you're going to hear a lot of them. I reached out to them, and they said, we'd love to be on Gecko Radio, which I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This is awesome. So this is the debut of Ashmute, and this is their song, HARUMADA.
아슬아슬하이 선명한 그날의 메모리 술이 차도록 소리쳐봐도 밤이 새도록 돌고 돌아오는 맘 그저 흘러가기를 우리마다 가득한 이 공기 소란스런 맘에 익숙해지려나 하루마다 우린 빛이 될 때 이름 없는 맘에 날 알아줄까 뒤늦게 깨달아 날 붙잡았던 건 여전히 이곳에 흔들리던다 거리마다 가득한 이 공기 소란스런 맘에 익숙해지려나 하루마다 우린 빛이 될 때 이름 없는 맘에 날 안아줄까
It's the gecko question of the day. It's the gecko question of the day. Question of the day. It's the gecko question of the day.
Yeah. All right, we're back and we're going to answer the gecko question of the day. I still sing that in my car. All right. The question of the day, let's bring it up again. Okay, once again, which underwater ecosystem is often called the rainforest of the sea because it supports so many different kinds of marine life? We have A, kelp forest, B, coral reef, C, sand dune, or D, mudflap. Now I gotta scroll up here. Okay, Thomas Ledger, they say B, coral reef. I think Halsey said A, kelp forest. The answer is B, ding, 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 coral reef. That goes to, wow, Thomas is on a roll today. Thomas, 50,000 cool points. Halsey, you get 20,000 cool points for participation. There you go. Now, I know, like, that's a little tricky because we call it rainforest of the sea. So when I think of rainforest, I think plants. And when I think sea plants, I think seaweed, which kelp is just giant seaweed. Anyways. Yes, it is considered a coral reef, not because of the plants, but because of the diversity. I can't remember the percentage of how many the world's species, ocean species that live in coral reefs, which is a very small area, technically speaking. It's like a huge amount. It's insane. Okay, so why are we talking about coral reef? Because it's like, okay, this is kind of a simple question, but trust us, it does have to do with Jeju. Okay, so let's learn about it. All right, so here's an awesome picture here. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to coral reefs, here in Jeju, the answer is actually closer to home than some people might realize. When people talk about coral reefs, especially in our neck of the woods, we think of Australia, Southeast Asia, warm tropical places. But here's the thing. Sogopol has its own incredible underwater world. Yes, it does have a coral reef. Okay, so here is the map here. Let me blow that up. Blow that out, PD. You got it, buddy. All right, here we go. Now let's take a look here. This is Sogopol proper. I mean, this is Jeju-si is right on the north of the island, and then that big green blob in the center of the island, that's Halasan, and then right down below at 6 p.m., that is, or 6 o'clock on the clock, that is Sogopol, and we're looking at Munsum Baby Island. Interesting. Okay, so the waters around Munsum, Bosum, and Supsum are famous for colorful soft coral communities. Very interesting. I got another map here. Let's bring that up. Here we go. Let's blow this up, PD. You got it. Okay, make this one smaller. Let's make this one bigger. Boop. Okay, so this is kind of a zoom in of the southern island. And there we go. Wow, it's right below, if we can see this here, okay, this is Sogyopo City Hall, if you're familiar with Sogyopo City, and then really directly below that is Sesam Island, okay, and it looks like an island that's connected by a land bridge or a road, and then below that, okay, is Munsum Island. That's awesome. So I guess there's a bunch of coral reefs in those areas. So Munsum, in particular, I blew that up again, is sometimes described as a coral garden with colonies of soft corals. Okay, so there are different kinds of corals. We think of like hard corals that grow on these rocks that actually the coral makes. But this is soft coral, okay? And small fish, they create one of the Jeju's most beautiful underwater landscapes. So visit Jeju. This is an organization. Visit Jeju notes that the waters around Munsum are home to 92 species of anthozoans from Korea. That's a type of coral, including different kinds of dendronephthia. Wow. Okay. Or soft corals. All right. For us plebes who want to know the regular terms. Now, Bosum is also known for its tall, swaying, soft corals, some described as reaching around 2 meters. What is with this whole 2 meters thing? We talked about a jellyfish that was 2 meters across. Now we're talking about these gosh darn soft corals being 2 meters tall, taller than me. Okay, now you know my height. All right, moving with the current. So these soft corals, they sway in the waters. Moving with the current like these underwater trees, but they're not trees, they're animal colonies. Okay. That's why some soft corals are nicknamed the pine trees of the sea, but not plants. Okay. And this is one reason Sogyopo is considered the main diving hub of Jeju. The south coast has volcanic underwater landscapes, clear water, soft coral gardens, and a mix of temperate and subtropical marine life. That is so cool. Okay. So there you go. If anybody asks, yes, we do have coral reefs, but you can say, well, actually, we have dendronephthia or soft corals. So we're more known for our soft corals, but we got them, and it's in Sogyopo, proper Sogyopo. Just go to Sogyopo and keep going south until you hit Munsum. And I think they might even have I remember this is man. Oh man, this is back in 2011 when I came to Jeju. They even had little submarines. So I remember going on this submarine ride, and I think it dove down. I think it was in Sogyopo, and it dove around, and I do remember seeing these soft corals, right? Okay. Now Sherry Russell's like, 2 meters is 6 feet, right? Actually, I don't know about that. Yeah. I feel like 6'2" is like I'm not gonna see anybody under 6'2" or something like that. That includes the women. I don't know, but yes, I'm under 2 meters. I'm under 2 meters, that much, which is actually still a huge range. I'm not a tall guy. That's why I am on a computer screen, so you don't know my height. But I'm sure you can start, doing these calculations with monitor sizes and everything. All right. Okay, now here's the thing. We're going to do a song break, but the reason why we're talking about soft corals is a bit of a bummer, okay? So this is all relevant. So the question of the day, and then what we learned about these soft corals. Man, JY is such a good script writer. Well done. Well done. But that has something to do with the Jeju News Briefing, which we will talk about next after this song break. Let's go ahead and, oh man, one of our great artists, female artists, HUMIN, amazing. And this is Abraxas. And after that, Jeju Morning News Briefing.
우리는 태어났나 무엇을 위해서 참아왔던 기억들 치열했던 나날들
just in. Jeju Morning News Briefing. All right, we are back with Jeju Morning News Briefing. I'm looking at the chat here. Now they're really diving into how tall 2 meters. That's 6'7". I'm ready for this to be over. Aren't you ready for this 6'7" to be over? Actually, I was talking to a lot of my students. Many of them are in 4th and 5th grade. They said this is not cool anymore. Great. But they're going to find something else silly to find cool that we older people just won't understand. Doesn't Will Smith talk about that in one of his songs? Parents would just never understand. That's where we are, folks. That's us millennials. We're the old people now. Yep, we just don't get what the kids are doing. All right. So we're getting to Jeju Morning News Briefing. And yes, this has to do with what we were talking about in the question of the day. This has to do with this whole soft coral thing. And it's kind of a bummer. Okay, this is with Jeju's ocean. And scientists, let's bring up the first image here, okay, are raising concerns about what is happening beneath the surface off of Seogwipo. According to Media Jeju, the Korea Institute of Ocean Science and Technology, or KIOIST, says some of Jeju's soft coral colonies have been losing their shape and collapsing in a phenomenon researchers are now called slumping. And this is an image of such slumping. And there you can see. So that's soft coral, and it's kind of just slumping down, and it's essentially collapsing, right? So coral is a colony of individual animals. So it's like it's almost as if the actual structure is falling, which is not good, I'm going to assume. All right. This is the provided by the environmental group Paran. Thank you very much, Paran, for this photo image here. Okay, so the study begins after the Jeju environmental group Paran captured photos of the damaged coral in the summer of 2024 and shared them with KIOIST. According to the research team, the affected area is in the waters off of Seogwipo, where tropical and subtropical marine life continues to appear, and where Jeju's soft coral colonies are protected as a natural monument. So they are nationally protected. But they can't protect themselves from, I'm going to say, global warming, okay? Researchers say the coral slumping happens in stages. First, the coral body swells abnormally, then the stem starts to droop, the body hangs upside down, and eventually it shrinks like a deflated balloon before breaking down and appearing to melt. And I'm just going to assume that's the colony dying, which is such a bummer. And here we go. This is kind of a diagram. Let's take a look here. So soft coral slumping categories descriptive do not represent the confirmed. So there's the drooping, then there's the dangle there on the right at around like what would that be, 1 or 2 o'clock, and then there's the deflation down here. Okay, loss of hydrostatic support into tissue tension, then disintegration. That's full destruction. That's when it just starts breaking apart and dying. So yes, that is a bummer. That's not cool. So that's the thing with soft corals. They don't have the limestone is actually made from coral. It's essentially coral, fossilized coral, the bones of it in a way. But when it comes to soft corals, they don't have that hard structure, so it'll just collapse on itself. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, this graph was provided by the Korea Institute of Ocean Science and Tech. The likely cause is a combination of you can probably guess it, right? Unusually high temperatures and low salinity in this. So low salinity is the amount of salt in the water. So I guess there's not enough salt in the water. Corals, I'm sorry, I'm digressing here, but corals are essentially the canary in the coal mine when it comes to water health. And so they're kind of the first things affected. Unfortunately, everything else depends on the corals. Okay, now in the summer of 2024, the waters south of Jeju recorded both the highest average water temperature and the lowest average salinity in the past decade. Scientists believe that the corals were already stressed by the heat and then were exposed to low salinity water for more than 50 days, partly due to large amounts of fresh water flowing in from the Yangtze River. Koi says this matters not only because Jeju's soft coral is beautiful, but because it's part of a protected marine ecosystem that supports local fisheries, tourism, and the health of the sea itself. That should be first, the health of the sea itself. Then we worry about fisheries, and then we worry about tourism, okay? Yeah, come on. All right. The research team is now calling for stronger long-term monitoring, including pardon me, AI-based ocean ecosystem surveillance, so unusual changes can be detected before the damage becomes too severe. The study has been published in the international journal Scientific Reports, okay, and in local. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, not so good. We're gonna have to see how the waters are in 2025 and 2026. If it gets worse, if it gets hotter, not so good for the marine wildlife. Yes. All right. Now we're gonna do a little bit of politics here. Okay. And it's Jeju begins a new chapter today. According to Hala Daily, Wei Sung-gon officially starts his 4-year term as Jeju's 40th governor on July 1st, marking the launch of the 9th properly elected Jeju provincial government. And here is the man himself, Mr. Wei. Cool. His inauguration ceremony is scheduled for 9 a.m. at Tanma Hall. Oh, that's just in a little bit, inside the Jeju provincial government building. The ceremony is expected, I'm sure he's getting ready right now. The ceremony is expected to stay simple, just with an oath, an inaugural address, and a commemorative photo. Okay, after that, Wei is set to visit Changnyeongsal's shrine, Jeju National Cemetery, and the Jeju April 3rd Peace Park before heading out to meet residents at livelihood-related sites. So now the man has to start making the rounds as governor, go around, go to different spots, shake hands, photo ops, and also be an actual governor as well. So the work starts today. The first real policy signals may come tomorrow, July 2nd. Yes, when Wei holds his first executive meeting with senior officials. Local media will be watching for directions on major issues, including the Jeju Qingdao shipping route, Jeju's BRT system, and a second supplementary budget. He is also expected to push quickly for a 300 billion won livelihood-focused supplementary budget. Okay, that sounds good, aimed at supporting the local economy. I like the sound of that. Do you guys like the sound of that? I like the sound of that. The new administration slogan is with the people, Jeju meeting the future. Cool, very cool. And there he is. He's ready to go. So as July begins, Jeju is not only entering Jangma season, it's also entering a new political era. Okay. And finally, our last news story of the day here. Yeah, this one is interesting. According to Jamin Daelian, the Ministry of National Defense says the Agency for Defense Development canceled the 4th test launch of the solid fuel space launch vehicle Miru or Mir, which had been scheduled for 2 p.m. on June 30th in the waters south of Jeju. Yes, so we were driving our truck yesterday and a little like bleep bloop, a little notification came up on our Navi hub, and it said, hey, a little after 1 p.m. Or it says that's when it popped up. It talked about how it has this planned launch off the southern coast of Jeju. So I'm curious, did you guys get any buzzes or any phone messages about a rocket launch? I didn't know that was going on. I think this happened a few years ago in Jeju, and I was living further south, and my whole house was rumbling, and I just ran outside and I saw this trail going to the sky. I immediately messaged my friend who's in national news, and they're like, well, look at the news. And then it was a rocket launch, and it might be from the same area. Very interesting. So on June 30th, yes, people waited near the Ganjang port in Sogyepo for the 4th test launch, but I guess it was canceled. Yes, they decided to stop it just for safety reasons, safety first. A new launch date has not been set yet, and with Jeju now officially entering Jangma, yeah, today is not launching conditions, I would say. I'm no rocket scientist, no pun intended, but I don't think today is a good day to launch a rocket. The test could be delayed for quite some time depending on the weather and sea conditions. The Miru launch vehicle uses solid fuel instead of liquid fuel. Oh, that's interesting. Solid fuel rockets are generally simpler in structure, easier to store and handle, faster to prepare for launch, and can be less expensive than liquid fuel systems. Nice. South Korea began developing this tech after the missile guidelines between South Korea and the US were lifted in 2021, removing restrictions on solid fuel space launch vehicles. Okay. They already, yes, okay. I'm sure I saw one of these launches. They had 3 successful launches: March 2022, December 2022, and December 2023. The fourth test was expected to combine all 4 rocket stages and carry a synthetic aperture radar Earth observation satellite at the top. Say that 10 times fast. But now the launch is on hold, and Jeju's rainy season may keep it grounded a little longer. All right, moving right along. Let's do another song break, and we're going to get into what's going down in the GEC. This is our boy CYRRCA from Seoul with CHU NOW featuring SUMIN.
Call you waiting. Call you. Call you waiting. Yeah, what you do now? Call you when I pick up from the booth now. Got a pot of flowers waiting for my boo now. After school now, what you do now? You got me lifted off the ground, smoking on air. Hear your voices in the sound that I'm hearing everywhere. If I go back again, I do it all the same. My phone's buzzing with some ringing, but I don't hear a thing. Yeah, what you do now? I'm just straight waiting here on you now. Woke up caught up in blues now. Roll up caught up with you now.
우주까지 눈 마주치고 기다리는 싫어 집에 가기 싫어 스무디 나의 눈은 밤비같이 자기 우리 둘 속삭여 비밀 얘기 언제든 날만에 달려가지 God that says like innovating like a pop dream I awake I ain't waiting I ain't waiting and what you do now call you when I pick up from the booth now got a pot of flowers waiting for my boo school now, what you do now, yeah, yeah. 두 눈을 감고 멀리 날아가자 우리 둘이
두 눈을 뜨고 가까이 있자 우리 둘이
창밖소라는 내 눈을 떠내
그건 네가 나 부르는 소리였네
저 물결 위로 춤추는 빛 우리들 갖다 훔쳐봤네
It's a beautiful day in the GEC, the global edu city. What's going on? What's going down? That's NLCS or SJA or KIS or BHA. What's going on? What's happening? What's going down in the GEC? All right, welcome back. And yes, let's learn what's going down briefly in the GEC. For today's GEC story, we're looking on how Jeju's international schools could become more connected, not only with each other, but also with the universities and companies beyond the island. At the 21st Jeju Forum on June 24th, I got a picture here. Let's bring that up. Here, boop, there we go. JDC held a special session titled From the Island to the World, Global Cooperation created by the English Education City. A special report on the session was also published by Jeju Daily News a few days ago. Very cool. And here's the photo. Presenters and panelists posed for a commemorative photo after the special session. Very cool. Okay, the main idea was simple. GEC already has strong schools, strong facilities, and more than 200 student clubs and activities. Wow, that's a lot. But there's still room for more shared platforms. Yeah, that's true. More cross-school cooperation, less rivalry, right? And well, there's a little healthy rivalries, okay? And more links with universities and industry. According to the JDC survey of international school students and parents, 95% said outside industry academic cooperation is needed. 95, wow. And 85% said more cooperation between international schools is needed. Wow, that's an overwhelming amount. 95 said, okay, we need to go work with local business, but also with other schools. That's a very high amount. Oh, here's another image from the forum. One example came from BHA, where KAIST students visited February as mentors. That's cool. They joined classes, helped with science experiments, and cool techie stuff like that. Very cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very nice. Okay, moving on. Now, this one is very sweet. We went into Daejeong Hanaro Mart just to do some shopping, and we ran into this very nice man right here. This is Mr. Go Kyung-nam, and we met him at the entrance of Daejeong Hanaro Mart, and better known to many kids as the Balloon Grandpa. Oh, that's so sweet. Mr. Go is 65 years old and lives in Myeongwol, Hallem. Okay, for the past 4 years, he has been traveling around Jeju by bus with bags full of handmade balloons, visiting different Hanaro marts in places like Daejeong, Hallem, Hagwae, and now Nohyang. Yeah, that's where we went. And yes, we looked him up and found a lovely Jeju Sori interview with Mr. Go. And before retirement, and I have another image here, another cute image. Bring that over, PD. Bring it over, PD. You got it right there. Super cute. Okay. Before retirement, Mr. Go worked in a golf course construction. And after retiring, he wanted to stay close to children and worked as a school safety guard. Okay, but when schools asked him not to hand out candy or balloons on campus, he moved his little act of kindness to the marts. So now he makes rabbits, Pikachus, puppies, flowers, and other balloon shapes by hand. Wow, I didn't realize he actually drew the eyes on. I thought they were just like printed balloons because when I saw them in person, I was like, oh, okay, so he gets like a printed, but no, he actually draws the faces. Look at the quality of that. That's great. Yes, so he draws the faces himself, and apparently he dreamed of becoming a cartoonist. So that artistic touch is that the skill quality is there. Like the faces are really sharp. Like I said, I thought that was a print on the balloon itself. At first, some parents were cautious, and not every place welcomed him, but he kept showing up, and over time, kids started recognizing him, calling out, 할아버지, or maybe Samchun or grandpa, right? Mr. Ko told Jeju Sori that he's not doing anything grand. He just wants children to feel the world is not only harsh, people can still share, give, and make each other smile. So next time you're in Daejeong Hanaro Mart, you can see a friendly grandfather with a bag full of balloons, and now you know, Mr. Go. We kindly asked him, oh, could we take a photo and talk about you on our show? And he's like, oh, well, sure, but I'm already on the internet. You don't have to do that. He was so kind. So, and also I guess he's just saying, hey, I'm already famous, so you guys don't need to, okay, on your little radio station, whatever that is. Okay. All right, we got to move right along here into our special segment, what is it, Wednesday? Yeah, that means it's time for Jeju Jams. Jeju Jams. All right, Jeju Gems. And if you can look at my shirt, like now you typically see the bottom half, but look at the back. Wait, which way's better? Look at this. Look at all along my back. Look at all along here. What do you see? Make Jew time. That's right. We're talking about beer, baby. Okay, for today's Jeju Gems, we're heading out west to Hyupche, and this is one for the beer lovers. We are talking about really the coolest beer spot in town. This is Josie's Bottle Shop. Also in Korean known as Gyeong Sanghae. right in Hyupche area. Okay, now from the outside, it looks like it's really cool. It looks cool from the outside. It looks like a simple neighborhood mom and pop shop. It technically is because it's owned by her and her family. But once you step in, you realize this place is something special. Beer. Josie's Bottle Shop is one of the most impressive beer selections you'll find on the island. Domestic craft beers, Jeju-made beers, specialty bottles, imported. She's a connoisseur of beers. You know, she's sommelier of beer. Really, she's the real deal. And interesting find. She also speaks English as well, so she's happy to meet you. They have 400 kinds of beers. Let's take a look on the inside here. Take a look at that. This is just one of many beer coolers in the shop. Their Instagram at Josie's Bottle Shop. Josie's Bottle Shop describes the shop as a craft beer bottle shop in Hyupche, and they also feature Jeju craft beers like Tachi and Bukbari, and both made in Hyupche. Also Magpie as well. So this is not just a place to grab a random beer. She talks about folks coming from all over the world, you know, and just going into the shop like, oh, let's grab a beer. And they're like, I can see my beer. I can see my beer from my country. So that's super fun. And of course, the magic of the shop is Josie at the center. She's an amazing beer connoisseur. She's a beer master, the kind of person who can help you find. She's like, okay, what are you looking for? Are you looking for something crisp, clean, dark, rich, funky, fruity, imported, familiar, something that reminds you of home, something that, do you want something from where you're from? You know, she matches your palate, and also she can be asking like, hey, are you going on the beach? You're gonna eat something? Let me pair that up with a beer. Super awesome. We love going there. We don't go there enough, actually. The location is also perfect. Here's another shot from, I mean, wherever you look, it's just really cool from every angle. Now, here's the map here. Let me zoom this in. PD, zoom that in. Zoom it in, PD. You got it, boss. Boop. Okay. So all that green, that's Hyupche Beach, okay? The best West Side neighborhoods for one of the best for a slow Jeju afternoon, close to the beach, close to the sunset, surrounded by that laid-back Hyupche energy, especially for that sunset, as we said. Some posts from the shop even describe it as being near Hyupche Beach and Hyupche bus stop, but so it's the kind of place that really fits into the West Jeju day out. So the next time you're in Hyupche and you want something more interesting than usual, and you just want something more than just your typical convenience store beer, Josie's Bottle Shop. It may look humble from the outside, but it is really super neighborly, you know, super awesome. It's a tiny beer treasure cave for sure. They're usually open every day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., but because they sometimes close for outside events, it's a good idea to call ahead or check the Instagram before you go. You can find them on at Josie's Bottle Shop. And for those who'd like to hear more, little self promo here. Check this out. Okay, this is a thumbnail for an interview that writer JY had with Josie. It's in Korean, but it does have English subtitles, and it's on our old podcast, Hala Hala Podcast. It's a podcast that I used to run with JY. This was years ago, and we sat down for an interview with her. So you get to learn about her philosophy and just where she's coming from, and it's super awesome. And also, you know, I'm super jealous because I'm sitting there filming while JY gets to sip these amazing beers. But that's a good fun podcast. Do check it out. Hala, we haven't done anything in a while, but you know, we got a few episodes up if you want to learn about more people around the island. We'd like to continue that, but we don't have time. We got to do Gecko Radio. All right, that does it for today. It is 8 a.m. and that means it's Josie's Bottle Shop, baby bottle pop. Exactly. We're bringing it back. Josie's Bottle Shop. Don't give a copyright strike for the song. All right. I hope you had a really good day. I'm just really excited that we sold out we gave away all the free tickets for Andromeda Orchestra. That is awesome. Super excited about that. Really happy, really excited to hand these out to the winners July 4th. Okay. So if you are on Jeju, stay dry out there, people. Watch the roads. Do be careful and have a fantastic day. Thursday segment tomorrow is Artist Spotlight. That's where we share some amazing artists from across Korea, musicians, performers, painters, even comedians and other creative talents, making the country's cultural scene more excited. So we're excited to bring that up tomorrow. Okay, everybody. I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m., rain or shine, probably rain. And let's end things. I want to play because I love this new artist so much, and just so happy that they joined. This is another song by our brand new artist who just debuted a few minutes ago, Ashmute, and this is her song Scenery, their song Scenery, and we'll play it out, and we'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Bye-bye, guys. Had a great day. See ya.